Hey, my chickadees, welcome back. Okay, I didn't have a Freaky Friday yesterday because we had a family emergency, and I got to figure out how to do one of those little announcement short things so I can let y'all know about that. But anyway, so I was a little stressed when I got home late this morning, and I done some little straightening, done some little making some stuff and crafting, trying to chill out so I can get a few hours sleep. So I have some stuff I want to go over, and I'm gonna pause the video, clean off this messy desk because it goes and goes and goes and goes like a river. And I'll come back because I want to go through this because I really like these two things. So I want to show y'all these. Okay, I'm back. This is my messy art collabs that I was doing with Meg's Journaling, and I have two of them. This tied around my first one and closed it. This was the first one. If y'all remember, this was back in January where we did the Junk Journal January, and y'all, I really like this setup. You open it up, remember with its magazine cover, and then we journaled each day and did the goals, and it's supposed to be just messy art. Oh, I just really like this little messy art setup on this journal. And I just like it. I like the way it's set up. I like the messiness. I like the creativity about it. I like the different page links in it. I like the textures and the feels of it. I just, even the bad messy art. I even like the bad messy art. Some of this is really bad, but I like it. I like it. It makes me so happy, except for that's sad, but it makes me so happy when I look at it. And I found it on the bookshelf, and I thought, I really like that. So that was January's. And this tied around it. My sorry silk stuff tied around it to hold it together. And then this past month, we did this one. And this was I'm a Messy Artist that we did. And they're still, I think, finishing it up. We did the prompts. And I made this little lip journal and added pages and stuff to it, and added the extender for the cover, and it was Messy May. And even though May got kind of cuckoos for cocos with me with personal life and work life, it's still, I still, daddled a little. And, oh, I hope I'm going to have to blur that out. Mama will kill me. I hope y'all didn't see that. But, it just makes me happy. And, so, last night when I was stressed out, I looked at this and I thought, you know what? That just makes me happy. That just makes me happy. That's good for my soul. So, I thought I want to do another one of those. And, I've been doing my Caroline Challenge stuff, and I have it in the scrapbook on its own. I've been doing my Margaret Miller, which I'll keep it in a scrapbook on its own for my collagen. The collagen needs its own little thing. And then, several other little things. And then I'm doing the Inspired Artists with the Daisy and Grace community on Facebook. And I have it in, in a separate little thing. And I'm thinking, it's too many separate stuff. And I'm journaling a little here, I'm journaling a little here, and I'm not really journaling. I can't take it and just look through my journaling and get that happy feeling. So I thought, okay, of course, I don't know, maybe it's just because I was so stressed out. Who knows? But anyway, I did this, okay? And I made my journal. And I went through and just grabbed a bunch of different pages to put in it, because I'll put some, they'll wind up being like the other journal, all different links and everything, stuff added to and stuff, I figured. So what I did was, I had a vintage sack from 2003, 2003, November. It had a stamp on it, and I was going to leave it, but when I got to paint, with no sleeve, you kind of mess up a little bit. So my brain wasn't functioning too well, and I wound up just sewing over it. But right here, it had a date of November the 10th of 2003. But anyway, so I took my sack, and I thought, I'm not going to cut it down. I watched 49 Dragonfly do her sack journals, and I went through, and how you search, and all these people pop up. And I went through and looked, and I thought, I needed something kind of heavy, because I'm going to do some mixed media on it. So what I did was, I just made the size of my paper sack. It was folded. So the paper sack was just folded, and this is the top of the paper sack here, and this is the bottom that was folded over, because you can see the bottom of the paper sack. So I just glued the gussets down all around, and then put it to the size of my signatures with the overlap, because it's going to get gatory. And I glued this over for a little side tucking and put a ribbon on it. I gessoed everything with white gesso, and then I sewed around it with a zigzag stitch. And this is a white color on the outside, and my bobbin has a black color for the inside. And then on the back, I just made it the T-end style with the middle T-end to put a closure on. Now my closure, I've got some beads coming in that I ordered from Rebecca Willis. And she has a YouTube channel, and I also think a Facebook, but she has a YouTube channel, I know, and she does her bead selling and her crafts and homemades and stuff. But I bought some beads from her. So when those come in, I thought I wanted to do some bead stringing on my closure. That's my thought so far. Who knows what's going to happen? But that was my thinking. So I didn't do my closure for it yet, because I'm waiting for my beads to come in. So I just did the 3 eyelets and did the 6 strings on the inside. And then I went through my stuff and made me some little signatures. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 signatures, and the middle signatures is got awful thick. But I figured those type of pages on it and the back signature I can move around. And that's why I did a T-end, because I may want to cut, may move around, I may want to take something out later, I may want to put something in, depending on what my challenges are. So I thought, while I'm doing this, I can use this journal as my work journal, and then when I get through, I can bind it like this one, just solid bind it, and do a binding stitch and bind my signatures in another journal cover to put up for that journal's life. Or who knows, I might like it so much I may just leave it. But anyway, this is a card. The baby, that's how it's feeling last night. So I put that card on there, and then go through, and I put some, and it has everything in here. It has vintage stuff in here, it has antique stuff in here, it has new stuff in here. It's just got all kind of papers, just all kind of pages. So we'll just flip through the pages. That's the scrapbook page, a data page. This is a vintage ledger page, wax page. This is a vintage book page, packing paper, watercolor paper, a book page, a map page. This is a vintage book page, scrapbook paper. That's a vintage page, 73. I have to remember that I am vintage, so therefore books that I don't think are vintage are actually vintage. So heck, probably everything in here is vintage. Okay. Vintage papers, vintage papers, vintage papers, and this is actually a vintage envelope. And then these are the backs of those pages. And that's the back of the card, and it's got some sentiments and stuff in it, so I'm just going to flip that over. Alright, this is the second signature, and I've covered it with a card, with a cover, because those kitty cats and the sister thing, you know, it says, sis, we've been through a lot together, and we have. So, put that in here, and there's another map page, and some of these are kind of the same setup. Scrapbook papers. I just went through, and if it made me happy last night, it went in this book. That's just, if it sparked any kind of joy, it fell in this book. And that was cute. And that's vintage page, craft knife page. And this is the other signature that's stuck in here, which I may want to cut down, may move, I don't know, may make a signature on its own. We'll just have to see. So I combine two signatures. And that is that's new, I think. And then here's some wallpaper. No, this is the specialty paper. And these were cut off to make the tri-thing. This is some of my painting pages that I did last night, night before last. It's the middle of it with another vintage envelope. Love that patina around it. These are the backs of the pages and the way they mix it up. I don't even remember that, cutting that scrapbook page. Good Lord. Okay. That's what stress would do to you. Okay. That's pretty. Alright. And then this is the back page of the other signature. Which I do believe I'm going to separate this. It's just too much. I'm going to pull it out and put it on its own little string. And that's the back of the card. And then this one was another card, and that was a mom card. You flip it open. And it's just some more pieces of the other papers. This is where I dyed lace. See my lace? This is where I dyed my lace for my steampunk book. Magazine. Magazine covers, because who does not like shoes? Okay. And then these are the back pages. This is signature middle. The bird was cute. That's the back of my lace, where I dyed my lace on the paper behind it. Let's finish off. And then that's the back of the card, and it has Dad, because the card was a date card. And then the last signature for Mom and Dad for Valentine's Day had a little heart in it. It has my roses. This is a picture of some roses that was in my yard that my husband had picked and gave for me. So I just took a picture of it. It's real pretty. And then this is just some of the same kind of papers back here. And again, my thoughts is to, you know, this may wind up being this much of the paper showing or left by the time I get through cutting and tearing and ripping. Who knows what's going to happen? We're just going to have to wait and see. And that's the back of those pages. That was real sweet of Becky to do that back in 2003. Okay, that was 21 years ago. And some months. Okay, that's almost vintage. So, that is my new journal that I want to journal and art and put my challenge stuff in, and you know, the stuff that we make together. This is the journal I want to start working out of because I like that mixed media stuff. I just really do. I like doing mixed media journaling. It makes my soul happy. So we need to start doing what makes our soul happy. If it harms no one, do what you will. Is that right? Okay, that's it for this video. I've got another one that I'll go through because I got some haul stuff and I've got some other journal flip-throughs and some other journals I made last night or covers or stuff. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Y'all have a good weekend and happy Memorial Day. Remember those that went before us and gave us our freedom and our love to be who we are. Thank you. Bye.